everybody, welcome back. I'm Vaanmadhi Jagan in conversation with Ms. Bhuvana Pashupathi, a senior genetic brain profiling consultant. Bhuvana was just sharing with me a very interesting story. The story of a man who just randomly walked to her door and asked her to do genetic brain profiling. Did you actually do that for him? And what happened after that? Please tell us.
Yeah, that was a really interesting part of my life's adventure. This guy just that day, my front door happened to be open, and the guy just walks in. And here I was so surprised. I said, to see a stranger, well dressed, well spoken guy. I asked him, yes, how can I help you? He said, I've come for genetic brain profiling. I said, oh, where did you get my address from and who sent you here? I was just browsing the internet and I happened to see your website and I've come. As if it's a matter of right for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's always a first time when people walk in without an appointment.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, please come in and please tell me something about yourself. And that cue was enough for him. Next 2 hours, I was entertained, not exactly entertained, because he was always projecting himself. And I took his fingerprints, and then the first question I asked him, reading his report, was, did you have an unhappy childhood? He was taken aback a little bit. And then the next question I asked him, were you a rebel? Did you have relationship issues with your father? Well, that brought him down, crashing down to Mother Earth. And then he started about his childhood, how difficult it was, what a strict father he had, how he was made to join the Veda Pathshala when he was barely 5 years old, how he was forced to learn the Vedas, how he had to keep that tuft of hair and, grow his hair and wear dhoti and things like that. At maybe little later, by 7 or 8, he joined the mainstream schools. And but his habits and his way of dressing wouldn't change overnight, right? And you can imagine what would have happened.
He would have become a victim of bullying.
Yes, exactly. So he was being constantly bullied in school, and at home, his father was always shoving his will on his child. And one would think that, okay, this child, when he grew up, and of course he's been through college because, as I said, his English was good, he would have actually looked for a job outside and moved out. No,
He didn't do that.
he didn't do that. He was still living with his parents. His mother was still cooking for him. A father with whom he didn't get along, he was still living with that father. And he's not married. And he doesn't even have a job at 40. Once negative upbringing is established and the child is affected psychologically, unless he realizes that there's something wrong with him and wants to change.
Right. That amount of self-awareness should come.
Yes.
Then there's chance of, life getting better.
Better, exactly. And this is exactly what spoils many relationships between husbands and wives.
Absolutely. And they always find fault with the other instead of seeing what's wrong with them.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Correct. And there are some nice stories where husband and wives are living happily together. And I'm sure I would like to share such positive stories also with you.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I'm sure the listeners will be very happy to know how GBP can help relationships, partners and couples, because knowing yourself, how naturally you are and how your upbringing has molded you and how that complements or affects the relationship is very important when somebody is living together for a long time in life together.
Yes.
And of course, we are very, very eager to listen to you about relationships and how GBP can help. But we all have to wait for the next episode for it. So until then, be safe. Bye-bye.